Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Raven from Fortnite. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, this is another request. Alright. This one is for Revan. It was requested by Revan Ice. It's a shout out to Revan Ice. I told him I'd shout him out whenever I said it. I said I would give him a specific shout out. He asked for it and said, hey, could you give me a shout out when you do? And I said, sure, why not? I'm small enough that I can right now. Like, we're not a big, we don't have a lot of viewers, that kind of thing. You know, we're growing. We're definitely growing. But I'm small enough that if someone requests a shout out, I can do it right now. Now, eventually, you know, we'll probably get big enough that I won't have time to do them all, but for now, I can. So I'm trying to, if someone requests a shout out or requests a specific skin or drawing, I can do it, and I'm going to try to do it. Okay. Okay, let's see. So there's a lot of detail on this, so I'm going to try to go fast so we can hurry up and get to the old drawing. It's funny because this is one of the older skins that's got the older look to it, but not really. And what I mean by that is, you know, before they had like these crazy, everybody had a handkerchief and everybody had two belts, you know, and it's just funny to see that I forgot that they did this kind of thing. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, for his hands, let's do there, just kind of hey, look at me, you know. Let's see, what can I do with his hands? How about, yeah, let's do this pinky in, this one out, and those fingers like that. That'll kind of define it as a, you know, raising his hands up. Let's see, does he have gloves? He does have gloves. And a little wrapped around little stuff here, little intricate thing there. Okay, that'll work for that. Same thing here, we're going to raise this one up. This one out. Awesome. Same thing here, let's just stick this hand out. We'll do kind of the same thing, but at a different positioning with the fingers, just a little bit like that, right? Okay, what does he have over here? He's got some claws. I guess that makes sense, huh, for a raven. Let's see, a little bit of detail in that glove there, something like that. A little band going across the old. There you go. Again, the old bicep band. A lot of them have that too. So I think that might be good. I think I can move over now to the Sharpies because this sketch was fast enough that it got the detail, or got the positioning down, and the detail will come with the Sharpie. So I say we jump over and let's get going. Okay, yeah. All right, so let me erase some of these lines real fast, and then we'll welcome everybody that skipped to the Sharpie portion. The sketch worked out good enough that I can erase a majority of it and just worry about the detail with the Sharpie. But I also have to be careful and not erase too much, because that's what's guiding me. And I want my Sharpie to stand out, not the sketch, but I just need something to guide me, right? I can't erase every single line. Alright. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. Let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left enough of a drawing that I can guide myself with the Sharpies and get going. Normally I start off with a Sharpie pen, but since there's no details in the face or anything, I can just start with the Sharpie fine point and build off of that. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw the eyes. And there. We're looking good already. How's yours? Awesome. Alright, so let's draw the hood. I'm going to come down right here, kind of basically build a little shape. Come around the face. It's going to connect right there. And draw the details of it. So it's kind of, the bottom of it's this way, the top of it's that way, because he's turning his head. So let's go ahead and build the edges of it like this. And we'll draw a little bit of detail in a second. I just wanted to give us those edges to start off with some specifics. We're gonna draw like his little beat up little, not beat up, torn. That's the word I'm looking for. Torn little hood there. All right, something like that. Put a little rip on this side, I guess. There we go. Okay, so for his hood, it's kind of going into his mask, or to his little handkerchief. So I'm just going to draw some creases and folds where it's bent down into itself like that. Bring it down to the front of him. And let's see, it's going to kind of go out into the featherish neckline that he's got. Like that, okay? And let me redraw or continue some of these little folds, just to show that it's a kerchief that's all folded into itself. There you go, something like that. Okay. Awesome. Alright, so for the feathers, there are like little center parts like that. We're not going to draw all of them. We're just going to put a few of them in there. Color should really take care of it, but I wanted to draw a few for you so you see where we are. And let's draw another one like this. And they're kind of ripped and torn and all over the place, so we're just going to kind of build that. And it's almost like a little mane, you know, underneath his collar is holding a lot of it up, so that's why it kind of like sticks out, almost like a lion's mane type kind of look. Let's see, so this one. And I said we'll do the middle, so we'll come back in a second and do some. We'll do that. That's all we can see of those. There's the centers like that, just to kind of define a few little parts for us. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I've got his arms kind of raised up, so I'm going to draw his shoulder straps just to guide us as to where we are, or his backpack straps. basically what that is. Now I was talking about this in the sketch, how this is very much the old way, the old here we'll do the collar like that. You can see at least that much on that side. This is very much the old model that they built this on, because the older ones they've all got a certain specific thing to them, and it's 2 belts, an arm strap, a bicep strap, and a handkerchief. They've all got that. I mean, it's just what they used to do, you know. So here's the sleeve, and now I can draw his arm. So I'm gonna draw his bicep like this. There's a crook of his arm to his elbow like this, and he does have some straps and stuff. So I'm gonna do a few little bumps like this. You don't have to. I mean, they're not really in there. They're painted on more than they are on top of the skin. But I like to do stuff like that just to make it stand out. Let's see, here's his glove, wrist. See, if you do stuff like that, whenever you do this, it kind of stands out and makes it look like it's something on top of the skin, not just a floating piece or a colored piece. And since we're here, let's go ahead and just draw a few little creases and folds just to define a few things. Like that. Alright. His hands I pretty much just have up like this. So this is the side view of this one. So we're going to draw the back of his hand. And then I've got his hands kind of doing this. It's kind of hard to show you. The pinky's in a little bit more. So I'm going to draw that in and draw the little point for his claw. Right? There's his hand. Here's his thumb. Like that. Okay, I know that looks weird, but hang on. Just wait. Just bear with me here. So his next finger is like this. Middle finger. So you see what I'm doing? There's kind of like this, but you can only see so much of his fingers. Like same thing, you can't really see the index finger right there. And also it's kind of, you know, bleeding into itself with these Sharpies. So sometimes you gotta kind of clean it up and give yourself a little bit of extra. You know, there's only so much we can do with these Sharpies. There we go. Alright, let's see, clean that one up a little. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with this arm, but it's just going that way. So I'm going to draw his little ripped up sleeve here. Then same thing, his bicep, shoulder into the bicep. And then same thing, we're drawing his arm up, but he's got, oh, that was the other thing that they have too, the old wrist communicators. So the older models, the older skins, again, they've got the tried and true, everybody has this, and everybody has like this wrist communication type thing that they never use, but it's part of the skin. So it looks really cool, but everybody has one. It's crazy. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hang on. Exactly what I just told you. The bicep strap. Everybody has one, or the older skins at least did. All right. I don't think there's anything too intricate we can do here. Yeah, because it's all about the detail of this wrist communicator. Okay, so we're going to do this hand just like this one, but at a different angle. So instead of the side view, it's looking more flat like that, or flatter. So I'm going to do the pinky like we just did. Again, add a little bit of a claw, you know, his claw fingers, and so the ring finger, it's like that. But again, a little behind, so you're only having to draw so much of it. And then, so same thing, here's the index finger, but you can only see so much, into the thumb. Like that. Okay? Alright, so add a little bit of detail, a little bit of crunch. It's like, hey, these fingers are folded in. Maybe we can clean it up a little bit, add a little bit more of a point on that one. Same thing there, let's add more of a point on these. The fine point Sharpie is only fine for larger things. For smaller things, not very fine. There we go. There's the claw hands. Alright, so let's work our way down. Okay, so he's got his chest with some straps going across. So I'm just gonna add a little space for those. Get ready for the belts. Like I said, they've all got a few belts. This one's going down to a pack of some sort. It's where he keeps his snack packs and gummy treats, you know, things he needs to energize and chug glugs. I just messed that word up completely, didn't I? Right. Let's go across like that. Then belts. Okay, so I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to add some detail in a second. Because, again, there's only so much I can do with these big Sharpies, and then I can kind of make up for it with the smaller Sharpie. Okay? Alright. And again, there's a lot of tears and stuff like that in his shirt, so, you know, there's only so much that the big Sharpie will handle anyway. Okay, and let's add a little detail to maybe the packs. Some little edges to it to make it 3D. Alright, let's add a detail to his belt. And this one has the buckle. So let's see. Alright, looks good to me. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to draw his shirt into his other, what do you call them? Feathers. So we'll go ahead and just do that real fast. I'll add those lines in a second like I talked about before. Alright. There we go. We're going to draw his ripped up shirt. It's really ripped up. He needs a new shirt. He should wash this one. Alright, so he's also got the big long feather stuff hanging down his legs. So I'm going to go ahead and do those now before I draw the legs. Just to define how much of the leg I need to draw, because obviously if it's hanging over the leg I don't have to draw it. So I just wanted to define some of that real fast just to help out. Also, see how that didn't come to a point? I mean, that's the nature of the Sharpie. You know, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're too thick. Alright. I'm gonna do this one too. And this one's, I'm gonna have this one hanging over just a little bit more. That way it's like hanging over the leg, you know? Oops, lost my picture there. So now we just got to draw what's left of the leg underneath. And they've got a strap on this side, so we're going to say that his pants come down like this to the knees. And this one is going to be back here. Going to go in for a little strap like I was talking about, and there's two. So I'm going to do it one more time like that, and then I'll add that in a second. Alright, so he does have a knee pad. But again, see how a lot of it's covered up? There's only so much that we can draw. So where I dented it in, I'm going to do like a strap going across, and that's what I was going for. The fact that it's like pushed in, it's putting stress on his cloth there, so you're getting more of a push on the material. All right, here we go. Okay, so oh, you know what? There's one over here too. I didn't even see that. I'll say that's his knee pad on this side, but it's covered up so we can't see as much. So we'll draw his little pantaloons here, hanging out like that. And there's his armored shin pieces. Like that. But there's also a boot behind it, so got to draw that into the shoes. Let's do both sides. Okay, so that's coming down to the shoe. I'll add some detail in a second. I just wanted to add that first. And then he's got a lace protector. Everybody has them. Again, part of the old models. And then the back of the heel into the foot. Let's see, I'm going to do something like that. Let me add some detail now. See, so because stuff is behind, we don't have to draw every single thing. We kind of get away with less is more kind of thing. Kind of gets the point across, you know. Let's see what else is in there. The strap, not worried about that. And that's just armor, so we'll do that. And you can't really see these buckles, but we'll go ahead and add that. Same thing over here, just like a little edge of a buckle. Like that. So there, I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Raven from Fortnite. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.